Hi guys, hello once again. This is Teacher Rana and I am here to teach you another 3 patterns for today. So as what we did before, please don't forget to have a piece of paper and your pen, and let's have our listening first, okay? So let's have our first pattern for today. Listen carefully. First pattern is I have done. One more time. First pattern is I have done. Let's have the first sentence, number 1. I have done it all. I have done it all. Number 2. I have done nothing wrong. I have done nothing wrong. Number 3. I have done my homework. I have done my homework. Number 4. I have done everything within my power. I have done everything within my power. And let's have the last one, number 5. I have done what you asked. I have done what you asked. Let's have a review now, and please kindly check your sentences. Number 1. I have done it all. 2. I have done nothing wrong. 3. I have done my homework. 4. I have done everything within my power. And number 5. I have done what you asked. Okay, let's move on now for our second pattern. Listen carefully. Second pattern is have you heard about? Have you heard about? Let's have number 1. Have you heard about the test results? Have you heard about the test results? Second sentence. Number 2. Have you heard about what my sister did? Have you heard about what my sister did? Number 3. Have you heard about what happened? Have you heard about what happened? Number 4. Have you heard about the fire? Have you heard about the fire? Number 5. Have you heard about his resignation? Have you heard about his resignation? Let's have a review. Number 1. Have you heard about the test results? 2. Have you heard about what my sister did? 3. Have you heard about what happened? 4. Have you heard about the fire? And number 5. Have you heard about his resignation? Let's move on now for our last pattern. Third pattern is, listen carefully. Third pattern, where have you? Where have you? Number 1. Where have you been this week? Where have you been this week? Number 2. Where have you decided to have your party? Where have you decided to have your party? Third one. Where have you put the package? Where have you put the package? Number 4. Where have you applied? Where have you applied? Next is number 5. Where have you put the keys? Where have you put the keys? Okay, let's have a review for our third pattern. Listen carefully one more time. Number 1 is, where have you been this week? 2. Where have you decided? Or where have you decided to have your party? 3rd, where have you put the package? 4. Where have you applied? And the last one, number 5, where have you put the keys? Okay, Now let's have checking your sentence. Please kindly check your sentence. So let's have our first pattern for today. Okay, so number 1 is, first sentence, I have done. Okay, so I have done it all. Second, I have done. I have done nothing wrong. Third, I have done. I have done my homework. Next, I have done. I have done everything within my power. And the last one, I have done. Okay, so the last one is, I have done what you asked. Now, probably you were asking, where can we usually use this I have done pattern? Okay, so for example, maybe one of your teacher asks you to do something. Okay, after doing it successfully, well, you can use the word or you can use the pattern I have done. So we usually use the pattern I have done when we did or finished something successfully. Okay, and don't forget to follow up with your noun. So that will be our first pattern. Are you ready for the second pattern? Let's move on now. Check your work. Let's have the second is, have you heard about? Okay, have you heard about the test results? Second one, have you heard about? Have you heard about what my sister did? Next one. Have you heard about? Have you heard about what happened? Next one. Have you heard about? Have you heard about the fire? Let's have the last sentence. Have you heard about his? Okay, have you heard about his resignation? Now let's have and discuss the pattern have you heard about. Okay, so in this case guys, probably you are curious for someone that if that person already heard about it, you are wondering. Okay, now have you heard about is you're asking about a certain thing that, let's have this one. Okay, so that the other person already heard or already encountered it. Okay, so now let's have third pattern, and that will be the last one. Where have you? First, let's check your sentence. Number 1 is, where have you? Where have you been this week? Second one. Where have you? Where have you decided to have your party? Next one. Where have you? Okay, so next one is, where have you put the package? Number 4, where have you? Okay, so where have you applied? And the last one is, where have you put this one first. Okay, we usually use where if you're asking for what? That is a specific place, right? Now we usually use where have you when we are trying to ask the place about the previous action which is connected from the past situation. So probably in this case, you are trying to ask someone from a previous situation or past experience. Now don't forget to follow up with your past participle. Okay, so that is our third pattern for today. Let's have a review again for our 3 patterns. The first one is I have done. We use I have done when you finish something successfully, and don't forget to follow up with your noun. Second one, have you heard about? Have you heard about is asking a certain thing that the other person already heard or experienced or probably did. Okay, so don't forget to follow up again with your noun. And the third one, where have you? It means you're asking the place about the previous action which is connected from the past situation, and don't forget to follow up with your past participle. So there you go guys, another 3 patterns you've learned for today. I hope to see you guys next time and have a great day.